You're okay, Ann. All right, Dearra, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Dearra Brooks. I'm from Farsley Middle School, and I've been playing volleyball since I was 7 years old, so I'm a big fan of volleyball.
All right.
I play currently for Sun Valley, and I would like to ask you some questions.
Sure.
About have you got any of your players, or have you had any of your players go pro or to the Olympics?
I have. 4 of my players right now from last year's team are playing professionally. One is in Russia. One is in a place called Azerbaijan, which is former Soviet Union. One is in Switzerland, and one is in Kazakhstan. And then I have a player in France, a player in Spain, and a player in Poland.
How did you get interested as a player and a coach in volleyball?
Well, I played, just like you, and started playing at your age, and so I loved it. And so volleyball became my favorite sport. And then my dad is a coach. And so once I graduated college, because he was a coach, I thought maybe I would want to try it out. And so I started to apply for jobs. And I got a job.
Where's your first?
First job was at IU, the Hoosiers, right up the road. So I went there, loved it, and from there I just moved on in the profession, but really enjoyed it.
How much time do you put into practice?
A lot. So we practice for 3 hours a day. However, I probably plan practice for about another hour and 15, 20 minutes. I watch film on practice. I watch all of our matches on video. And then we have kids that come in for individual training for about 30 minutes or 45 minutes on their own. And so that's what happens in the afternoon. So it's a lot.
Well, if you go pro, how much time will you actually have to dedicate to, like?
It's actually, sometimes pro is actually easier because you got to think about college athletes. And college athletes, they have to do school and volleyball. But when you go pro, you're just doing the sport. But it's a lot. But you have to be good at the sport because everybody else wants your job because they want to get paid too. So it's usually about 5 to 6 hours a day when you're playing pro.
And the question I asked you earlier, where is the most team where they like to go? Like when I go pro to the Olympics, where do they mostly want to go?
Well, you can go all over you know what? It's kind of interesting. You can go everywhere but the United States. We don't have any pro leagues. So after you play college, you can go anywhere in the entire world. You can go to Asia and play in China or Japan or Korea, or you can go over to Europe and play, Germany. I mean, anywhere. Spain. You can play in Poland. But Holland is a good league. But you cannot play in the United States because we don't have pro leagues.
How much money do pro volleyball players make?
It's all across the board. So for instance, you can make enough to just kind of cover your expenses where you're really not making a lot of money, but you're kind of having the experience of living over in a foreign country and getting this kind of life living experience. Or Lola just signed a contract for $120,000 for 8 months.
And that's one of your players, right?
That's one of the players from last year. And so it just depends on how good you are.
Have you ever met Missy May Turner yourself? Like, actually had a conversation?
I have, yes. Because she has been heavily involved with our in college volleyball when we have our convention. And I'm the president of our Coaches Association. And then Carrie Walsh came to visit this last volleyball season. She came here and met with the team, and I took her around Louisville. So I've had the chance to meet them both. They're both great girls.
And my last question. Is Missy May Turner a role model for you and your players?
Absolutely. And the reason is because she is not the biggest. She's not the most athletic. But I doubt really anybody out there outworks her. She works really, really hard. And so her workouts on the beach, I don't think many people can hang with. And she does that every single day. And that's why she's so good. She's the best in the world. And that's why, because she works so hard.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.